truth really about? You can tell by the fruit when they open their mouth. Teaching for strife and debate, yeah. You're not about souls being saved, yeah. Camps who beef on the internet, mislead the sheep on the internet, and they don't know no better.
Did that happen to the white man, the Arab, the Chinese man, the Japanese man? Who did that happen to, Ashton? That happened to us, right? All right, give me this real quick.
This is the book.
No. Leviticus 26:17. Give me verse 30.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 17. And I will set my face against you, and you shall be slain before your enemies.
You gonna what?
You shall be slain
before your enemies.
So the Lord said his chosen people will be slain. Sloppy. So Ashton, the Lord said his chosen people would be slain before their enemies, right? Read.
They that hate you.
They that what?
They that hate you.
Hey, look, Ashton, the Lord says there's some people on this earth that hate his chosen people. Now, I got a question for you. Would somebody that loves you as your friend, would they feed your baby to a gator? Or would you say that's hate? Would they burn you and set you on fire? Huh?
They don't even know them.
What you mean they don't know them?
They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about the baby. They don't even know them.
So is that hate?
They don't care about doing something like that.
So is that hate? You say they don't care about doing it. Obviously that's hate. Because they don't do it to their own people, right? They ain't do it to the white man. I mean to each other. They ain't do it to the Chinese people. They ain't do it to the Arabs, right? They did these abominations to us. Nobody else on this earth has went through what we went through, King.
That's right.
Not at one point in time or another. Only somebody that hates you would do this to you. Only somebody that hates you would beat your nationality out of you. Only somebody that hates you would read this.
They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
And they will reign over you, man. You will be oppressed, right? Read this. This is another thing that somebody hates you would do.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32.
You say the what? The Old Testament? I'm going to show you the New. Give me Luke 21 and 24.
Thy sons and thy daughters.
Thy what?
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
They're gonna what?
They shall be given unto another people.
So what would happen when that woman will have a baby, and master come in there, give me this baby. This baby already sold. This baby going to another plantation, right? And was there anything that our people could do about it? Did they do something about it? Right? Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Now, sometimes.
All the day long.
Now, we're going to get our child back.
All the day long.
Get our family back.
All the day long. And there shall be no might.
No what?
No might in thine hand.
So you're not going to be able to get your child back once he sell that baby. Once he sell your wife. Once he sell your children. You're not going to be able to get them back. You're never going to see them again. Right? And you said the Old Testament. You got that?
This is the New Testament.
What book is this?
St. Luke.
Is that the New?
Can we put it like where I'm trying to? Can we take the conversation where I'm trying to go now? I want to take it there. I want to go ahead and take it.
Where you trying to go, King? Because I'm trying to show you who you are according to the Most High God.
I know what you're trying to show. Jesus said, "You have heard eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth."
I ain't tell you to do nothing to nobody, brother.
No,
have I?
I understand.
So what am I?
Wait. I understand what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're saying.
What am I saying, King?
I'm not trying to do nothing to nobody neither. But what I'm saying is, Jesus said one thing, what the Old Testament said, he said, but I say this.
So let's see what Jesus said. Read that.
This is the book of Luke.
Hold up, listen.
21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
They shall what?
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
They're going to fall, right? Read.
And shall be led away captive into all nations.
In some nations.
Into all nations.
We the only people on this earth that's been led away captive into all nations. Nobody else. The Arabs ain't went into slavery in all nations. The Chinese ain't went into slavery in all nations. The Arabs ain't went into slavery in all nations.
That's right.
We are the only group of people that's went into slavery in all nations.
That's right, King. Let them know.
That's it. And is this the New Testament? What color are these letters?
Red letters.
Red what?
Red letters.
Can you show the brother the letters? So Christ said this in the New Testament. It's the same thing because the Most High judgment is like a ring. It's going to come back around over and over again.
The Bible says, for we not wrestle with flesh and blood, but against principalities.
What does that have to do with what I'm showing you, though?
Because people is not our enemies.
What did the Lord call them?
No human being is our enemy. Take it New Testament. If you want to take it like that, we're going to take
Luke,
it New Testament.
chapter 19 and verse 27.
Bring it up.
But those mine enemies.
What color are these letters?
Red letters.
Read it again.
But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Does Christ have enemies?
That's New Testament.
Red letters.
Is that a physical enemy, brother?
Let's go back like three scriptures back, and then run me back through that, please.
Go ahead.
Read it.
This is the book of Luke 19 and 24. And he said unto them that stood by, take from him the pound, and give it to him that had 10 pounds. And they said unto him, Lord, he had 10 pounds. For I say unto you, that unto every one which has shall be given, and from him that have not, even that he shall be taken away from him. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
You want to read 14? Read 14, King.
Verse 14. But his citizens hated him.
They what?
They hated him. And sent a message after him, saying, we will not have this man to reign over us.
So people didn't want Christ to reign over them, right? And it's coming again. They don't want Christ to reign over him because Christ is setting up his kingdom. And his kingdom is for who? What is the kingdom? Give me Acts 1 and 6. Give me Daniel 2 and 44.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 1 and verse 6.
Kind of getting off topic. I'm trying to show you one thing, but I'm going to build with you, King.
I understand.
Read this.
When they therefore were come together.
So this is the 12 disciples, right? Let's see what they asked Christ.
They asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
The kingdom to who?
The kingdom to
Israel. The kingdom to Israel. So the 12 asked Christ, when are you restoring the kingdom to Israel? Right? Read. And I'm going to show you what's so special about the kingdom of Israel.
Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44. And in those days in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom.
A what?
A kingdom.
So this is what the disciples was asking them in Acts 1, right? Read.
Which shall never be destroyed.
Which shall what?
Which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Not be left to who?
Not be left to other people.
Hey, so when the Israelites' kingdom come, ain't nobody else ruling with them.
That's right.
Everybody else has ruled over us already.
That's right.
The white man is ruling over us now.
That's right.
The white woman is ruling over us now.
That's right.
All right, brother. Well, if the white man and white woman are not ruling over us right now, why are we in the condition that we in? Why are we in the condition that we in?
Talking about black people as a community.
I'm talking about the Israelites as a community, the so-called blacks and indigenous people of the Americas, right? Why have we been beaten down? Why do we hate each other? Why are we getting shot down by police? Why are we filling up the jail cells? Why has our nationality been beat?
But to turn on each other because we're at the bottom of the population.
Who put us there? Who put the yokes on our neck to put us at the bottom and still today say you what? 1/5 of human or something? 2/5 of a man. Who did that? Who destroyed our minds?
Good question.
If you want to put it that way, since we got cursed, God did. If
you ain't wrong.
We cursed.
But
Psalm 17
God did.
Yeah, he the sword.
Psalm 17 and verse 13.
Read up.
Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked.
From the who?
From the
wicked.
Which is thy sword?
Which is thy what?
Which is thy sword?
So the wicked of the earth is the sword of the Most High God. Right? So he did use these people to pass judgment, but these people furthered our affliction.
That's
right? We were supposed to be oppressed and work, but they furthered our affliction.
Jeremiah 2
I
and
thought
3.
that was
Zechariah 2 and 14.
Yeah.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 2 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
No, I ain't no 14. You talking about?
Well, then it's Zephaniah 2 and 14.
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
And the flock shall lie down in the midst of. No.
It's in Amos.
No, it's in Zephaniah.
No, it's not.
Nah, it's 2.
It's Jeremiah 2 and 3.
Nah,
Zechariah 1 and 15. 1 and 15. Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15. And I am, so the angel that communed with me said unto me, cry thou, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy.
With a what?
With a great jealousy.
Read.
And I am very sore displeased with the heathen.
With the who?
With the heathen.
With the white man.
With the heathen.
Right? Read.
That are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
What did they do?
Forward the affliction.
So just because they reigned over us and the fact that they hated us, they furthered the affliction that the Most High had intended for us. They made it worse on us, right? With all their abominations, right? They made it worse upon us, King. That's the point. They are the sword of the Most High God. The Most High God did send them against us, right? But they vile and they're disgusting and they're evil and they hate us, so they took that and ran 100 miles with it.
That's right.
That's the point, right?
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10.
Bring it out.
For the violence against thy brother Jacob.
For what?
For the
Violence against thy brother Jacob.
Shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
For how long?
Forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces.
His what?
His forces.
When they carried us captive, right, Reed?
And foreigners entered into his gate. And cast lots upon Jerusalem.
And did what?
And cast lots upon Jerusalem.
Reed?
Even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, and the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction.
So they were happy to overcome us. They were happy to have us like this. They was happy to have us call each other black. Right? They were happy for that. I don't know what you got for them, but I'm trying to teach you who you are and what you have to do.
That's right.
Like, we talking about them is pointless, King. I want to show you who you are in the scriptures and let you know what the Most High God says you have to do.
That's right.
We can get off the subject of your enemy. Whether you like it or not, the Lord said you will be sold to your enemy. Read that, bro. Deuteronomy 28:68.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse number 68.
Give me Exodus 20 and 2.
And it reads.
Listen to this real good, King.
And it reads. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Into what?
Into Egypt again.
So let's see what Egypt means, because the Lord uses similitudes and he likened things to one another, right? Read.
Right.
And like we said, his judgment will come around like a ring 7 times over, right? Read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse number 2.
I
am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
Another word for bondage is slavery. So let's use that. The Lord.
And the Lord shall bring thee into bondage again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Ashton, how do we get to the Americas?
Where?
Deuteronomy, tell them the verse again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
And the Lord
shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Slavery again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
You're not going to see the old Egypt that Moses led the children of Israel out of. This is going to be a new Egypt, right? Bondage, right? Read.
And there.
And where?
And there. Ye shall be sold.
You're going to be what?
Ye shall be sold.
What the sign say? To be sold. Negroes, right? Read.
Unto your enemies.
Unto your friends.
Unto your enemies.
Unto my lovers.
Unto your enemies.
Into a friend.
Into your enemies.
The Lord said you're going to get off these ships and be sold into your enemies, right? Read.
For bondmen,
slave men,
and bond women,
and slave women.
That's right.
And whether you like it or not, no matter how we feel personally about these people, the Lord said his chosen will go into slavery on ships and be sold into their enemies. And these people that hate them will reign over them. So whether you like it or not, you are an Israelite. Right? That's just the bottom line, King. Whether you accept that because you got to get past your affinity for them.
That's right.
You got to get past your affinity for them and thinking that they are not your enemy. If you don't know who your enemy is, that's why they're able to keep destroying us and keeping us here. Because when we look at each other, we see each other as we see each other as the enemy instead of them.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15.
Like this, for example. Our sisters walking with the enemy.
That's right.
That's right.
They don't know.
They don't know no better.
Come on,
And the enemy got her eyesight and teaching our sisters to have their eyesight. That's off as hell, man. That's where we get this shit from them. From the wicked eyes white folks, man. Read.
Verse 54.
Hey, listen to this, Ashton.
So that the man that is tender among you.
And look at how we used to treat each other. Tenderly. When something is tender, you care for them. You're gentle with them. You're compassionate with them. You considerate with them, right, Reed?
And very delicate.
And what?
And very delicate. His eyes.
His what?
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
Now, I love my brother.
Shall be evil towards his brother.
Instead of having an evil eye towards them, we got an evil eye towards each other. Now when brothers see each other, we ain't saying our brother. We saying our enemy, right? Like the brother just said, and we see them as our fucking friends. They're not our friends, brother. That's why we here in this condition.
Question.
What's up, Bob?
So the only reason why God brought white people to earth was to hurt us?
Hey, Romans 9, what?
Your Proverbs 11.
Proverbs 11 and 1.
It's the book of Proverbs.
Direct 33 and verse.
Chapter 11 and verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. But a just weight is his delight.
You did sit on it? So the point is, King, you can't have too much of this without too much of the other. The Lord made it righteous. Just go to Romans 9. What you look for, King?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 33 and verse 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. And much knowledge the Lord has divided them and made their ways diverse. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them hath he cursed.
He did what?
Hath he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it as his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as he liketh best.
So the Lord can do whatever he want to do with whoever he want to do it with. Because he made us, right? And you smell that? Read.
Good is set against evil, and life against death.
And we the goodly vine. We the goodly race, right? The holy seed, right? Read.
So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two, and one against another.
And that's why they are against us, God. And I got a question. I just had told you that I want to show you who you are and what you have to do to serve the Most High God. And then you turned around and you asked me another question about white folks. You ain't asked me about Japanese, the Arab, none of that. Why are you asking about them after we just got off of them?
They the only ones getting slain. Like they the only ones that Israelites. They the only ones that Israelites always like. Basically, like you see how she just passed by. She just having a good day. She could have been going through depression.
I don't care about her depression, brother. Do they care about our depression?
No.
It goes back to it.
Brother, why should we give a damn about them? Read this, listen to this. Listen to this.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 54.
Let me good. I'm gonna listen to you.
And after these,
right? Let me show you something, King. Do you believe King David?
Yes.
Is King David righteous?
Everybody been felt.
Is King David known as a righteous man?
I believe
Give me
so.
Psalms 139 and 19.
Bring that out.
Right? It's brother, you know, what you don't understand is a certain nation of people was created to be hated, man.
That's right.
Right? And the Lord hated. The Lord hates them, right? And his righteousness. Give me Amos chapter 5 and verse 10. Read this.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 139 and verse 19.
Are you listening? Hey, brother. Brother, are you listening?
I'm listening. His shirt fucked me up.
I mean, but brother, this is life we're speaking right now. Right? These words are life. You worried about his shirt or you worried about the words of life?
No, that's what his shirt said, bro.
But what does the Bible say, brother?
Y'all didn't even catch it.
Bro, I don't care about his shirt. I care about the
You
Bible.
don't care about his shirt.
Brother.
Maybe I just got an answer out of the shirt. You don't even know that.
Brother, the answer don't come from the scriptures.
Still don't care.
No, brother, I don't.
No, I understand that the answers do come from the scripture.
So, brother, what's more important, a shirt or the Bible?
Gotta answer that.
Hey, King, come on.
Gotta answer
Read
that.
this.
This is the book of Psalms 139 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God.
Who's the wicked in the Bible?
Wicked in the Bible is
Who's known as the wicked?
unjust people.
Right? Give me Job 9:24. See, brother, I thought you said you studied.
I do.
So where in the Bible does it say unjust people are the wicked? Give me Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. Whole song. We're going to find out who the wicked is. That's what we're going to do.
That's right.
Read.
Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right. The enemy.
He covered.
The enemy. Who's the chief enemy?
The devil.
Read.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
So the devil covered the faces of the judges? Is that who did that?
It depends how.
Is the devil the one that did that?
It depends how. He do manipulate.
Brother, okay, so who's the devil?
The enemy.
So who's the enemy?
Satan.
So who does Satan work on earth? Who does Satan's work on earth? Who does his bidding on earth? So Job says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and he covered the faces of the judges thereof. Who's that supposed to be right here?
He can't cover.
Who is this? Who's it supposed to be?
He can't manipulate nobody.
Who? Hold on, brother. Answer my question. Who is this supposed to be right here?
I don't know. I just see a white dude with long hair.
Who is that supposed to be? Who do they say that is?
I don't know. I never.
Brother, you're being disingenuous, bro.
T. Jones never believe. We never.
I don't ask you who you believe. I ask you who is this supposed to be.
I don't know. I don't believe it. So I don't know.
You don't believe what?
Man, give me
I
Titus.
don't believe it.
Give me Titus 3.
I don't know who that's.
Give me Titus 3 and 10.
It's the book of Titus, chapter 3 and verse 10. A man that is a heretic.
That is a what?
That is a heretic.
That is a what?
That is a heretic.
Brother?
That is a heretic. After the first and second admonition,
Right?
reject.
Do what?
Reject.
Do what?
Reject.
Do what?
Reject.
Goodbye, brother. You can go ahead. We don't want to talk to you no more. Go ahead, brother. Have a good day.
Damn, man. Hey, let me get the book of First Maccabees 1 and 11. Yeah.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 11. And it reads,
Y'all think God?
in those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
Wicked what?
Wicked men. Wicked men. Wicked men. Who persuaded many.
Who did what?
Who persuaded many.
Who's trying to persuade us?
Who persuaded many. Saying, let us go up and make a covenant.
Hey, what?
A covenant. With the heathen.
With the who?
With the heathen.
With the nasty white man. With the Arabs.
With the heathen. That are round about us.
And that's the problem. You want to make a covenant with the nasty heathen. They don't give a damn about you, bro. They don't care about you, your mama, your granny, or none of that. They don't care about you. They don't care about your black ass. They don't love you. They don't love us. They hate us. And you trying to be part of them. That shit don't make no sense. If there's one thing worse than them, it's a fucking coon, bro. Ain't nothing worse than